It is time now for the PHL 11 a.m. news report for this Monday morning going into Monday afternoon, January 26, 2015. Good morning and afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here now. Your news headlines here. Top story at 11 a.m. is the big blizzard here, as widespread power outages and major air traffic disruptions were feared throughout the Northeast on Monday as a massive winter storm that could bring 2 to 3 feet of snow and near hurricane force winds slowly began in the southern region here. And Connecticut Governor Donald Malloy has ordered air travel or a travel ban on Connecticut highways in response to the winter storm. Malloy said Monday his ban will be set to begin at 9 p.m. there. So we'll have more on that on the weather segment of the 11 a.m. news report here. The election of the new anti-austerity government in Greece is raising questions about how the debt-laden state will satisfy its creditors and citizens weary of cost-cutting measures. 2 days after Governor Chris Christie sought to strike a bond with caucus goers in Iowa, the New Jersey Republican launched a long-anticipated political action company that will help him travel the country and try to sell his Republican brand ahead. Birdman won the Screen Actors Guild Cast Award Legend of Broadway set black comedy to favorite status in this year's increasingly wide-open Oscar race. Did you check out the NFL for a week in preparation of Super Bowl hoopla? Have you turned out all media to avoid Deflategate? Rain on India's parade, but Obama visit keeps spirits high as Indian security personnel patrol near India Gate ahead of a Republican Day parade on Saturday in New Delhi. Latest videos suggesting a Japanese hostage is held by ISIS militants and was killed is likely authentic, as Japan will cooperate with Jordan and other countries to secure the safe release of another ISIS-held Japanese hostage. In Washington, President Barack Obama said U.S. counterterrorism operation in Yemen continued despite last week's resignation of President Abd Rabbu Mansur Hadi amid pressure from Shiite Houthi militiamen who ran the presidential palace. President Obama also said on Sunday that he has planned to ask Congress to declare much of the Arctic National Wildlife Refuges as wilderness, including its 1.5 million acre coastal plain and area on Alaska's North Slope suspected to contain vast reserves in oil. During an interview on Sunday morning with ABC's George Stephanopoulos, White House Chief of Staff Dennis McDonough casually revealed the previous unknown first name of a woman being held hostage by ISIS. In Washington, the Secret Service said it recovered a 2-foot quadcopter drone on the grounds of the White House early Monday and are looking into where it came from. With foreign policy burning up the front pages, Republican Senators Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz foreshadowed a potential 2016 Republican primary debate going toe-to-toe with Senator Rand Paul at a summit on California on Saturday night. Hillary Clinton led the most Gatsby-like existence of any politician today, as NBC's Morning Joe host Joe Scarborough said during his show on Monday. Struggling toy maker Mattel said Brian Stockton was resigning as chief executive and chairman amid disappointing preliminary fourth quarter results. In New Orleans, it'll be oil giant BP's turn Monday to call witnesses. It makes a case from a civil penalty lower than $13.7 billion that the federal government is seeking for the 2010 Gulf of Mexico oil spill. London, oil prices turned positive on Monday, erasing early losses after the Secretary General of the OPEC Producers Group said he expected the market to bottom out around current levels. Average price of gas in Charlotte, North Carolina fell under $2 a gallon, as according to Auto Group AAA. The average price of a gallon of unleaded gas in Charlotte, North Carolina early Monday was $1.98, down from last week's $2 and $1.27 cheaper than a year ago. Cablevision announced it will launch a mobile phone service using its Wi-Fi network, making the first cable MSO to do so. More iPhones were sold in China than the US during 2014, as Apple expected to announce this week. As strong sales of the iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus handsets, coupled with increased availability thanks to China's mobile, has caused sales in China. Twitter is still ticked about the fact that Miss Jamaica Casey Fennell didn't win Miss Universe. She was the fourth runner-up, losing the crown to Miss Colombia Paulina Vega. American Snapper has led to an increase in threats against Muslims since its release. An Arab American civil rights group claims, according to reports by Reuters and The Guardian and The Independent. Massive asteroid is set to safely pass Earth Monday, according to NASA scientists. The asteroid 2004 BL86 is approximately 1,500 feet of crust and will come closer to Earth around 11:19 a.m. NASA has gotten really good in 2004. As the Disneyland measles outbreak continues, Melinda Gates of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation took aim at the vaccine naysayers, which makes these types of disease outbreaks more likely. In Dakar, Senegal reopened on Monday its land border with Guinea. The Interior Ministry said 5 months after closing transport links in August to prevent the spread of the worst outbreak on record of the deadly Ebola virus. Okay, take a look at the stock market report on this Monday morning. They're Dow 17,672.37 down 3 cents. S&P 500 2052.46 up 64 cents. Nasdaq 4763.68 up 5.80. European market DAX 10793.63 up 144.05. FTSE 6837.26 up 4.43. CAC 404666.55 up 25.86. Asian markets Nikkei 17468.32 down 43.23. Shanghai 3383.94 down up 32.18. HSI 24909.90 up 59.45. Oil markets 45.48 down 11 cents. Brent 48.35 down 44 cents. And natural gas 2.919 down 67 thousand a point. In the gold markets 1238.80 down 13.80 cents. Silver 17.975 down 325 thousand a point. Copper 2.54 up 385 thousand a point. In the bonds, US 10 yield 1.8352% up 170 thousand a point. German 10 yield 0.392% up 6,000 a point. And Japanese 10 yield 0.227% up 1,000 a point. In the FX bonds, European US dollar 1.1266% up 59,000 a point. US dollar Japanese yen 118.37 up 63,000 a point. Great Britain pound US dollar 1.506 up 73,000 a point. Okay, let's take a look at our New England insolence here at 11:07 in the morning time here. In Antrim, New Hampshire, 237 Elm Avenue, second alarm at 30 by 50 commercial garage. Fully involved in arrival. In sports news here. In Glendale, Arizona, the entire world will be watching Glendale on Sunday as it hosts the Super Bowl, and Legion fans will are shelling out big bucks to see the big game here. As the New England Patriots will take on the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl 49. As the New England Patriots today will be headed to Logan Airport to get a plane to leave Logan Airport to Phoenix for the Super Bowl 49 here. As the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick in the game will be escaping Boston just before the big blizzard hits New England here. So good for Belichick in the game here and Robert Kraft. Tonight, the Boston Celtics will be at Salt Lake City tonight taking on Utah Jazz, while the Norton Lancers hockey team will be at Foxborough Sports Center tonight at 5:50 p.m. taking on the Foxborough Warriors here. Which is Foxborough will be the home team and Norton will be the road team. Peter Channel News Time, 11:08. Time now for a travel report here on this Monday morning here. And it's a little smooth sailing that ways by ways in New England there. And we got on Route 128 on the meanwhile, Southeast Expressway on the southbound side, a little slow down to the Dorchester stretch here. And exited on Route 128. On the northbound side of Route 128 in Manchester, Massachusetts. So expect a little delays here. Meanwhile, down on 295 on the northbound side, also from Route 37 in Cranston all the way down through Route 12 in Cranston, so expect some little delays here. But otherwise, a smooth sailing commute here, and 24 hours from now, all the roads will be impassable there. And as for the MBTA, as a winter storm is forecasted, most of the MBTA service will begin in mid-afternoon Monday, January 26, 2015, as light snow will eventually turn into heavy snow by nightfall with heavy wind gusts possible. Heavy snow and wind gusts are expected throughout the day. Tuesday, January 27, 2015, as the MTA has planned its winter plan into action into preparation for the storm. Additionally, in order to enhance snow removal efforts, customers are encouraged to not park overnight in any MTA station parking lots. Bridgewater State University students are reminded that vehicles left overnight at Bridgewater State are subject to ticketing and towing by the MBTA Transit if vehicles are left overnight at the Bridgewater MBTA station here. For the subway, the red, blue, orange, silver, and green and Mattapan lines will operate regular service for the subway, as same for the commuter rail, and buses will operate regular service. When snow falls, some bus routes operate on hills or narrow streets may operate on snow routes. And commuter boats will operate regular service. And ride during inclement weather. The ride strongly recommends that you check with your contractor directly as service may be curtailed and customers should expect delays. Alright, Peter Channel News time, 11:11 here, and it's time now for a weather report here, and the latest on the blizzard here. Right now, current conditions here in North Massachusetts, 22 degrees on temperature with overcast skies, humidity at 71%, wind speed variable about 6 miles per hour, barometer 30.08 inches, dew point about 14 degrees, and a visibility of 10 miles with a wind chill about 14 degrees here. Alright, current conditions around the region here, it's 16 degrees in Boston, it's 12 in Pittsburgh, 12 in Bedford and Naval, 14 in Beverly, it's 22 in Gloucester, 11 in Worcester, 13 in Sturbridge, 16 in Milford, 14 in Webster, it's 16 in Norwood, 19 in Taunton, 21 in Bedford, it's 30 in Plymouth and Provincetown and Falmouth, 31 in Chatham, 32 in Cape Cod Bay, 29 in Martha's Vineyard, 32 in Nantucket, it's 25 in Buckland, 20 in Westlake, 14 in Smithfield, it's 26 in New York City, 25 in Islip, 26 in Montauk, 23 in Liontown, it's 20 in Bridgeport, 20 in New Haven, it's 17 in Danbury, 16 in Waterbury, 18 in Meriden, 17 in Hartford, 14 in Windsor, Connecticut, it's 13 in Springfield, Massachusetts, 13 in Amherst, Massachusetts, 13 in Athol, Mass, 15 in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, 17 in North Adams, Massachusetts, 11 above in Albany, New York, it's 9 in Glens Falls, 3 above in Rutland, 7 in Bennington, 11 in Brattleboro, it's 5 in Lebanon, Lebanon, New Hampshire, 10 above in Keene, New Hampshire, 12 in Jeffrey, New Hampshire, 9 above in Laconia, New Hampshire, it's 11 above in Concord, New Hampshire, 14 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 12 above in Nashville, New Hampshire, 16 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and 14 up in Portland, Maine. Here, take a look at our surface map here around the country. So it's cold front stretching from Saskatchewan down for 7 portions of Manitoba, merging with a warm front from western Ontario, down for central Minnesota, down for Iowa, down for northwestern portions of Missouri. Get a cold front from Arkansas stretching northern Mississippi, down for Tennessee, and station front from Virginia stretching down for Delmarva Peninsula, not to sea. A pink front down for Carolinas, and cold front from southern South Carolina, down for Georgia, down from northern Florida, down for Gulf of Mexico here. And we got high pressure northeastern Washington State, southern Idaho, northwestern Colorado, and northeastern and southwestern portions of Texas here. And we got a low pressure off North Carolina coastline here. And we got a frontal boundary down for California coastline, way off the bar, California coastline of Mexico, and off the North Carolina coastline out to sea, and another frontal boundary up for Alberta, and a frontal boundary down for Ontario here. 18 degrees on temperature radar here in Detroit, 29 in Pittsburgh, 37 in Washington, D.C., 44 in Atlanta, 66 in Miami, Florida, 51 in Brownsville, 37 in Dallas, Texas, it's 29 in Kansas City, 32 in Omaha, Nebraska, 17 in Chicago, 31 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 54 in Great Falls, Montana, 45 in Seattle, 51 in San Francisco, 64 out in Los Angeles, 47 in Las Vegas, 32 in Salt Lake City, 37 in Denver, 54 in Phoenix, and 32 out in Albuquerque, New Mexico here. Okay, let us take a look at our radar situation here. And it shows some snow showers around the southeastern portion of Massachusetts, down the south coast of Massachusetts, and around Sagamore Bridge, around Sagamore and Sandwich, and it's stretching on much of Rhode and much of Connecticut, down for south central Massachusetts, around western Massachusetts here, and snowing around Martha's Vineyard, around Nantucket, around eastern shores of Long Island here. And we're seeing some snow showers around north of New York City, from Yonkers all the way near Hyde Park and south of Albany and west of Schenectady and stretching on Utica down for Syracuse, New York here. And another line of snow showers from southern portion of New York down for western New Jersey, down for east central portions of Pennsylvania here. As we zoom you closer here, the snow stretching off the southern New England coastline down for central New Jersey, down for northern Delaware, stretching it down for the Baltimore-Washington corridor, and it's raining near Washington, D.C., around northeastern portions of Virginia. Rain, sleet and snow showers at central portions of Virginia, snow around northwestern portions of Virginia, and we're seeing some snow showers from the freeway from Albany down for Buffalo, and stretching down for north central and western portions of Pennsylvania, stretching to eastern Ohio, down for western portions of West Virginia, down for eastern Ohio, down for eastern Kentucky here, and rain, sleet, and snow showers when west central portions of Virginia, stretching it down through east central portions of Tennessee and western portions of North Carolina, and some rain showers in the north central and northwestern portions of North Carolina here. As the rain stretching off the Jersey coastline, down off the Carolina coastline, and a lot of rain showers, man, south central portions of Florida, down from Miami, and down off the southwestern portions of Florida here. And a line of snow showers from northeastern Missouri down for western Illinois, stretching the central and northwestern portions of Wisconsin, up to the northeastern portions of Minnesota, down for southwestern portions of Ontario here. And a line of rain showers, man, north of Los Angeles, down for southeastern portions of California, down for southern Arizona, and the northwestern portions of Mexico here. And some rain, sleet, and snow showers at east central portions of British Columbia, and down for southwestern portions of Alberta, and some rain showers in west central portions of Alberta here. And some rain and sleet around Saskatchewan here. Okay, I'll look at the satellite loop here, and it shows a lot of clouds coming from Florida all the way up the Atlantic seaboard and covering much of the Canadian Maritimes, and clouds stretching down for the Great Lakes and up and on turning down for Quebec here. And a lot of clouds for Mexico, stretching down for Texas, stretching down for southern New Mexico, Arizona, down for southern California, covering much of California and southern Nevada, and a line of clouds from southwestern portions of Oregon here, and a line of clouds from British Columbia down for Alberta, stretching down for western and eastern portions of Montana, down for western Dakotas here. And take a look at our airport delays here. We got LaGuardia in New York and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Philadelphia International Airport's got an airport delay here. And from Massport, no flights after 7:30 tonight out of Logan Airport in Boston here. Alright, take a look at our forecast discussion around the country here. A major winter storm affected northeastern United States on Monday and Tuesday. Very mild temperatures continue over the central states and wet weather expected across the desert southwest. At the point in time, a clipper system is weakening over the Ohio Valley and central Appalachians, which will eventually give way to a potent coastal storm. A general region of 2 to 4 inches of snow should spread over the much of the Mid-Atlantic region, given the limited moisture and decayed nature of the initial system. However, as the upper trough digs across the Carolinas, it will attain a favorable orientation of rapid strengthening by Monday evening into the overnight hours. Coastal cyclogenesis will commence east of the Delmarva, with heavy precipitation spread in north and west of the low track. Unlike the system this past week, which had limited access to colder, a pronounced surface ridge to the north was by sufficient subfreezing air to the northeast United States. This allows snow to be dominant. Precipitation of hefty totals expected, given the anomalous slug of moisture in the New England coastline. Appears many of the major metropolitan areas will be affected anywhere from Philadelphia, New York City, and into Boston. The WPC winter weather desk expects anywhere from 18 to 24 inches of snow from southeastern New York all the way down along coastal New England. And additional maximum is likely in the vicinity of eastern Massachusetts, where 24 to 30 inches of snow is possible. Given the mesoscale nature of heavy snow bands, isolated areas of even higher amounts cannot be ruled out. As the surface flow deepens, rather remarkably late Monday night, the pressure gradient will increase, resulting in very windy conditions across the northeastern states. In particular, forecast wind gusts may easily reach 40 to 70 miles per hour. Range resulted in near zero visibility given the abundance of snow on the ground. This has resulted in blizzard warnings being issued from southeastern New York, northeastern New Jersey, up the coastline to northeastern Maine. Very warm temperatures for the late January to prevail over the central United States. Persistent downsloping flow in the lead of the Rockies will promote ample warmth over the northern Rockies and to much of the Great Plains, and temperatures anomalies will be expected to peak above the 25-30 degree above normal range, and this will support highs in the low 70s over the Central Plains early this week. Elsewhere, secondary clipper system will affect the upper Great Lakes and Monday a few inches of snow, expecting given the weak nature to feature one out west and upper level low initially including the subtropical East Pacific will lift northward, spread at about excellent light to moderate rainfall. Snow levels will be rather keep been wintry precipitation high confined to the higher elevations of the central Sierra Nevada range. Okay, let us take a look at our forecast Saskatchewan region. A historic winter storm will affect the region tonight and to Tuesday night as travel may become impossible, light-threatening and drier. Weather falls Wednesday afternoon or early Thursday, but low pressure will bring another chance for snow Thursday night and Friday. Very cold air likely falls for next weekend. Here, near-term forecast. Here we go. Top-down motion and apparent between 0Z and 12Z. Chatham Sounding with some dry air lingering around HA5. Much dry north per Portland, Maine Sounding with extremely low PWATS. It's a combination of thermal pack and air mass along which within the med levels that we are beginning to see WEF gen forcing along the development of warm front as activity aloft negatively translating into intensification of surface low pressure along the enhanced baroclinic zone offshore of the Milan. Check out the HA5 vertical wind profiles out of the south, H925 winds out of the east, perhaps aiding in moistening of low levels and at a degree of ocean effect fetched to this discern bending and within the east-west snow. Bending presently impacting the sub-coastal communities of New England, and visibilities will drop to a mile on average as snow should accumulate immediately as temperatures range above the upper teens to low 20s and the ground is actually cold. Also, seeing a coastal front set up southwestern and northeast offshore of the immediate East Massachusetts coastline and front the Cape Cod Canal. The convergence of winds and decent moisture fetches lends into some light snows over the South Boston Metro and Plymouth County. Expecting activity to continue throughout the day and the isolated bar wind component increasing in response to the anticipated deepening of low pressure offshore of the Middle States. Airport as alluded by the previous forecast with increase in winds and yields and increase in fetch enhancement of ocean effect snows across eastern Massachusetts possible towards the evening commute as increase in snowfall rates and subsequent reduced visibilities with accumulating snowfall could be impacts the evening Boston metro area commute. Will need to monitor that closely. Today's highs, we will see temperatures in 30 degrees for Boston, 24 for Hartford, 20 for Worcester, 27 in New York City, 18 for Albany, 15 in Rutland, Vermont, 21 in Concord, and 26 for Portland, Maine. So, temperatures will be in the 30s for much of eastern Massachusetts, hovering around the 30-degree mark here for much of eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island and eastern Connecticut. And around Long Island, while we'll see temperatures in the 20s for much of Maine and New Hampshire here, and central and western Massachusetts here, and around western portions of Connecticut down to New York City and vicinity, and temperatures in the teens throughout upstate New York and up to the Vermont and northwestern portions of Massachusetts here. Okay, we have 21 to 27 inches predicted for much of eastern Massachusetts here. 18 to 21 inches on the South Shore. Lesser amounts due to possible mix of sleet and rain on Cape Downs here. And Worcester County could get 27 to 33 inches from central Massachusetts, stretching down northern and western Rhode Island, and down for eastern and southern portions of Connecticut, down for 7 New York State, including New York City and vicinity, and western and central portions of Long Island, and 20 and 27 inches for eastern Long Island there, and Springfield could see the 21 to 27 inch range here, and stretching it down for northwestern Connecticut, and Hartford could get the 21 to 27 inch range, and Poughkeepsie could get the 21 to 27 inch range and go west. Totals will lessen here, as we are under a blizzard warning for much of eastern Massachusetts and Cape Downs here, and a winter storm warning in Nantucket here, as the blizzard warning stretches from eastern Massachusetts and Cape Cod and Martha's Vineyard down all Rhode Island and Connecticut, down to some New York and Long Island and all New York City. While we'll see a winter storm warning from central and western Massachusetts up to upstate New York, Vermont, and up into New Hampshire, and a blizzard warning from southeastern New Hampshire and in all Maine here. The winds, they are going to be howling during the course of the blizzard here. This will be the highest risk of power outages here from southeastern Massachusetts and around Cape Downs here. And I wouldn't be surprised if Nantucket could get winds greater than 75 miles an hour, which is hurricane strength here. Late tonight through Tuesday afternoon, the winds are going to be howling here. And coastal flooding for all of Massachusetts coastline here and all of Cape Downs here as 1:20 January 27th, Tuesday, 4:27 a.m. at 10 high tide, and 1:27 January 27th, 4:58 p.m. 9.53 inches above sea level here. So here we are. Be treacherous travel, potential for power outages, schools and offices. They're going to be definitely be closing here. Parking bans, and flight cancellations here. Blizzard, whiteouts, 2 to 4 inches of power. Avoid travel cancellations here. Damaging gusts at coast 50 to 70 miles per hour. Down trees and power outages are possible. And moderate to major coastal flooding. Seas 15 to 25 feet. And expecting 4,000 plows and spread around the region on standby, and 300,000 tons of salt. Okay. Here are a couple of tips here. Federal Emergency Management Agency tips for how to prepare for big storms. Water. Having clean drinking water on hand at all times, as well as some extra for washing and food preparation. A gallon container of water will flush your toilet if the water is shut off. For food, have at least 3 days worth of non-perishable food on hand in case power goes out. Dry cereal, pop open cans of food, juice and soup. Keep a non-electric can opener in a drawer. Flashlights. Like this. Have plenty and make sure these batteries are fresh, and keep extra blankets in case power goes out. Power, be prepared in case the electricity goes out, as many gas-heated homes need electricity too. Using a barbecue or even gas stove for heart can prove deadly. Both create carbon monoxide fumes, and the single biggest cause of death during power fails in the U.S. is carbon monoxide poisoning, and keep heaters and generators well ventilated to avoid fire hazards here. Communication, keep cell phones charged in case of power outages here, as battery-powered radios will allow you to tune in emergency broadcasts. Take your time shoveling and stay in front of it by going out and shoveling a little at a time, one at a time, and many heart attacks are reported, and keep hydrated while shoveling. Keep plenty of hand sanitizer, antiseptic wipes on hand. Have plenty of paper towels, paper cups, paper plates on hand to get you through a power outage. Let dishes wash. Let messes be clean when power goes back on. Pipes can freeze quickly if you lose power. Make sure you have a faucet on a slow drip to avoid the pipes freezing if you go without power. And if you have to go out, be prepared. Have the following in your car: a blanket, a cell phone and car charger, flashlight with extra batteries, a shovel, a map, canned food or energy bars, can opener, and a first aid kit. If stranded, keep tail pipe clear. Run. Engine 10 minutes to every hour for heat. Keep window open to avoid carbon monoxide poisoning. Exercise parts of your body to keep warm and tie carbon cloth to your car. You don't want this to happen here, as these are a lot of cars stuck in past blizzards here, and we all remember what happened in the blizzard of 78 when lots and lots and lots of cars were stuck on Route 128. So, if you need to go out, try to use them extra often. If you don't have to, stay in your home during the storm and ride it out like a hardy New Englander here, as we are under a blizzard warning in effect from 7 p.m. this evening to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, as locations eastern and southeastern Massachusetts, as well as all around, as a crippling and potentially historic blizzard will impact the area mainly from late today and Tuesday, lingering into early Wednesday. Hazard types: heavy snow, strong wind and blizzard conditions, considerable blowing and drifting snow, strongly damaging winds, accumulations around 20 to 30 inches with local amounts, snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches an hour at times. Timing: while the storm is expected to begin late today and linger into early Wednesday. The worst of the storm will be Tuesday afternoon. Impacts: heavy snow and strong wind will result in whiteout blizzard conditions with near zero visibility. Travel will be impossible and life-threatening across the region. Also, snow may be wet enough to result in some downed tree limbs and power outages in addition to the winds. Winds northeast around 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts around 65 to 75 miles an hour here, and the height of the winds will be late that into Tuesday. Visibility is 1/4 mile or less at times. Precaution: prepares actions. A blizzard warning is issued when sustained winds of frequent gusts of over to 35 miles per hour expected with considerable falling in order. Blowing and drifting snow, visibility will become poor with whiteout conditions at times. Those venturing outdoors may become lost or disoriented, so persons in the warning area may be advised to stay indoors. All unnecessary travel is discouraged beginning Monday afternoon to allow people already on the road to safely reach their destination before the heavy snow begins, and allow snow removal equipment to begin to clear the roads. And day 1 today tonight, blizzard warning for eastern Massachusetts, northeastern Massachusetts, southeastern Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. And day 2 for 7 Tuesday for Sunday, and blizzard warning, and Thursday night and Friday. Accumulated snow is possible within another low pressure system, but certainly not like what we're going to experience over the next 4 hours, so be safe. Okay, take a look at our 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For the rest of the day today and all this afternoon, snow high near 30 degrees. Northeast more about 7 to 10 miles per gust as high as 20 miles per chance of precipitation is 9%. Total daytime snow accumulation less than 1 inch possible. For tonight, snow with areas of blown snow. The snow can be at every times. Say temperature around 30 degrees with blustery with a northeast wind about 15 to 21 miles per gust as high as 60 miles per chance of precipitation is 100%. And new snow accumulation of 10 to 16 inches possible. For Tuesday, snow with areas of blown snow. The snow can be at every times. High near 23 degrees. Blustery with a north wind about 23 miles per hour with gusts as high as 55 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 100%. New snow accumulation of 9 to 13 inches possible. Tonight, snow with areas of blown snow before 11 p.m. Then snow likely between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. Then a chance of snow after 2 a.m. Low around 16 degrees. Blustery with a north wind about 11 to 20 miles per gust as high as 47 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 9%. New snow accumulation of 2 to 4 inches possible. Wednesday, a chance of snow showers mainly before 8 a.m. Most of Glasgow high about 24 degrees. Northwest wind about 8 to 14 miles per gust as high as 30 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 30%. For Wednesday, Port Glasgow low around 1 below 0. For Thursday, most of Glasgow about 29 degrees. For Thursday, a chance of snow mostly Glasgow for low around 21 degrees. Chance of precipitation 50%. For Friday, a chance of snow with some mostly Glasgow high about 35, low about 14 degrees. Chance of precipitation ranging from 30 to 50%. 50% on Friday, 30% by Friday night. And for Saturday, most of the mostly Glasgow about 25, low about 8 degrees. For Sunday, Port Glasgow about 22 degrees. Peers, what a phrase of the day. A big blizzard and tap for next 12 to 24 hours here to 36 hours. That's the Peers. Have a good day with a good positive attitude. Be safe, and we'll keep you posted on the latest blizzard. Have a good day with a good positive attitude, and be safe.